Oh, this is gonna be... Look at that background. Slowly but surely, we're getting there. Slowly, very slowly, actually. Whoa! What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Today, what are we talking about today? Long overdue. That's what we're talking about. Is this too bright? That's probably better. I don't know. I'm going to be experimenting. I want to try to have it where when I film, I have my background. And that'll be my background. And I'm going to add to that background since it's like the main thing. We'll see. And I'm doing a little test on this mic. This is the Rode Wireless Pro. The video before this, I was messing around with that. Anyway, my initial plan was to talk about friendship in this video, but then, you know, as with the OCD that I have, I'm very ADHD and I'm all over the place, and I have an extremely impulsive and obsessive personality with everything. So for me, when something pops up into my head, I go full on, full nuts and bolts right at it. I go like a missile toward a ship. Not saying that we should be doing missiles towards ships, but that's kind of where I'm at, right? So, like I said, the next video is probably going to be about friendship, because this one was supposed to be about friendship, but then something happened. I'm not too sure what actually happened, but I was sitting here in the garage one night and I'm looking around and I just started getting anxiety, and I'm wondering why I'm getting so much anxiety. And I thought about what I was doing over the last like 30 minutes at that moment, like from that moment from 30 minutes prior. And I just started remembering that I was going through things in bins, buckets, bins, and containers, and cabinets, and closets, and I see things. And they're nice things, but they're just things, right? And there's so many things. And I feel like I got this overwhelming desire to downgrade so much of that. I feel like I've done things wrong, and I feel like I wanted to just talk about it here and get it out there, because then maybe it'll push me to want to do it. And I wanted to talk about why I did it and why I feel like I'm here and what I feel like my next move is going to do for me going forward. And maybe you're in the same place as me, and this could be a learning moment for you, or not. I don't know. We're going to find out. But what I'm going to talk about today is things, possessions, stuff that we're constantly buying to have, and why we're having it, and what we're doing with it, and what the purpose of it is here. I know I talked about, you know, the purchase of things and being influenced towards stuff, and you know, why the whole thought behind buying stuff or doing stuff should be a certain thing, right? It should bring you happiness, and it shouldn't be motivated because of any other reason. But I feel like there's another avenue off of this topic. I feel like having too many things at this point now in my life is causing me anxiety. I feel like the actual like walking through and seeing what I have, and then that feeling that I'm not utilizing what I bought for the reason I bought it. So like I'll have like all these camera accessories. For example, like I'm in the closet and I'm looking at all these camera accessories, and I bought all these bags because I wanted to buy the bags because I'm thinking, all right, if I have this camera bag, this really cool camera bag, I'm going to go out and take more pictures. But I never went out and took more pictures. Then I ended up buying like 5 or 6 different tripods. Right now you're on a mini tripod. Then I bought every length in between. Then after I did that, I discovered lightweight carbon fiber, lightweight aluminum set, and I ended up getting those versions, and now I've got way too many tripods that I barely ever use. And I got a monopod too. Why did I get a monopod? I have no idea. I don't really like it that much, but it was carbon fiber, so I had to have it. That FOMO thing that keeps happening to me, it's got to stop. I feel like I'm buying and buying, and then I end up looking around, and I just am surrounded by things that brought me temporary happiness, like that retail therapy. You know, that funny story. I did want to get this called detail therapy, but then that was taken, and then I thought that might just be too generic, too beh. So I was like, oh, therapy in the details. Yeah, whatever. That's where we are. This is where we're at right now. But yeah, all that stuff brought me temporary happiness. The act of shopping on Amazon, I feel like researching and shopping and looking and browsing is a time killer, but it's like something that takes your mind off of any of the bad stuff that's happening during the day or any of the stuff that had been happening for the past weeks. If you're just feeling messed up and it's nighttime, it's dark out. Like for me, my problem is from like 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. Everybody's asleep. I'm the only one awake. What do I do at that point? I play video games for a little bit, then those people go to sleep. Then I'm sitting there and I'm like, okay, well, shop or YouTube. And then from YouTube, you get influenced to go shop. So it's like, no matter what, you're going to end up shopping. It's like crazy. Consumerism is crazy right now. And I guess, ever since the Rona, it got worse. Online shopping got way worse. I never used to shop as much as I did online until after 2020. For a good reason, I guess, I feel like now I'm at a point where I have to just start going through all my stuff, and I'm either gonna force myself to use it, like pull it out of the depths of hell that it's sitting in right now on a shelf or in a cabinet, in a bucket, anywhere. Pull it out of the depths of hell, retrieve it, like Lassie pulling somebody out of a well or something, and put it down on the table and say, all right, I have to use it. And if I'm not gonna use it, I either need to trash it or sell it. That's gotta be the thing going forward. And this goes for clothes too. When I lost a lot of weight, I don't know, my closet is just all over the place. There's some things I saved when I was really heavy from when I wasn't really heavy that I knew I was going to hopefully, I didn't know, but at one point I thought, hey, I might fit into that again. But then I got smaller than that. But now I'm sitting there like, should I get rid of it? Is it stupid to get rid of it? God forbid I gain weight again. Am I going to not need it? There's like some mental disconnect here with that. So I got to go through my clothes and get rid of everything that I'm not wearing. I can't save heavier clothes as a what if. God forbid, I don't want to ever go back to that. That was a crazy moment, crazy situation, crazy phase of my life. I've come too far. So there's that. And then, like I said, the camera equipment, even laptops, I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I have the best laptop I've ever owned. I'm not saying it's the best out there, but I've got my MacBook Pro and I love my MacBook Pro, and I waited for this one to come out, and I'm very happy. Is it top of the line? Not anymore. None of it is. I think after you buy it 6 months later, it's no crap. But I love it. But now I've got like all these other computers. I got to get rid of some of those. Tablets. Whoa, what did I do? I ended up having an iPad mini because it was convenient. Then I ended up getting the middle of the road iPad, the iPad Air, because at that point it had a better processor and it was a nice size. It was a little bit of a bigger size. And I'm like, oh, Instagram on this a little bit of a larger size would be great. Then I ended up being a moron and buying a 12.9-inch iPad Pro. So now I have 3 different iPads, and I literally have to force myself to alternate days to bring one or the other to work, sometimes both. And now I'm carrying this heavy backpack. I don't know why I do that. That's so silly. There's no reason to have bought those iPads. I'm not missing anything having or not having them, but I thought I was. So go through your things. Go through your closets. Go through everything. Little things, anything, right? Like I'm going to go through all this stuff over here and I'll film doing it. But like camera clips and camera mounts and stuff, a little bag. I save little bags. Why do I save little bags? I have no idea why I save these little bags. In case I need a little bag. But I have too many goddamn bags. There's no way I'm going to need that many little bags. So I got to get rid of these little bags. But that's what I'm saying. I got a problem. And I think step 1's admitting that I got this problem. I feel like it's heading toward, well, not hoarding, because at some point I just throw things out. But I feel like I'm wasting by throwing it out. So then I try to sell it. But then when I go to sell it to people, no offense to a lot of people, but I overpay for a lot of things and nobody's going to want to overpay. And then I get so annoyed at somebody lowballing me, I'd rather just throw it out than give it to them for cheaper. So petty. I would rather do that. And that's what I do. Sometimes I just throw things out. And I'm like, all right, you're not going to get it. No one is. It's going to go to hell. It's going straight to hell. No one's going to have this. I feel like as a person where I'm heading now, I want to focus less on things and more on people and memories, adventures, things like that. And if it's taking away from those things, then it's got to get out of my life. The last part, like I said, we want to focus on time and people and memories and stuff, but I really feel like the last thing is to drill into the time. Aside from spending it the right way, when you have all these things, you're not spending it the right way. I tried what was it, that show where they were talking about, somebody that had 1,000,000 pillows on their bed, and how many time, like how much time a day do you spend making your bed and putting those pillows on and off the bed, and then they calculated it, and like you're literally spending like years of your life or some crazy thing. But think about that. How much time do you spend with your things? Messing with your things, researching to buy those things, then buying those things and cleaning those things and organizing those things and doing this or that with those things. If those things aren't 100% a necessity, you're wasting time. And I know some people are going to say, oh, well, what if it's a hobby? Then it's not a waste. Okay, but then that goes right back to the thing where I said, then it's not a waste. Okay, then it's really not a waste. Don't do that. But you got to sit down and, I guess, have that conversation with yourself and say, all right, is this a waste? Does that make sense? I don't know. Maybe this topic is just going to be over somebody's head, but I feel like if I want to be true to myself with these videos, I feel like I just got to spitball and just start throwing out like whatever's on my mind, because then I'm going to have the urge and desire to want to sit down and do it. Like I said, I wanted to do a video on the friendship thing. I got a lot to say about that. I've had a lot of things happen for, I wouldn't say good and bad, I would say for okay and bad. I never really had a lot of good things occur from friendship. As of late, especially, we're going to talk about things, but it's been a rough go with that topic. But I wasn't really feeling to talk about it. I feel like if I did sit down here and I'm like, all right, let's start talking about it, maybe I would have put myself in some kind of hot ass mood that I didn't want to be in. Like right now, I'm excited to start organizing. My wife's like, oh, you're nuts. It's Monday. It is literally Monday. And I was thinking about waking up and coming down here to make this video and then cleaning things and throwing things out and organizing. I get excited about that. I guess that's my little thing. That's why I like detailing and cleaning, and the OCD part of me is that, I guess. A lot of people have OCD in so many different ways, so many different things and ways. I know people that are obsessive about cleaning their hands. There's people that are obsessive about the way they walk. Weird things, like if I spin once in this direction, I gotta spin another in that direction to equal it out. There's a lot of weird things. Everybody's different. Everybody's different even without OCD, but now with OCD, they're like extra different. Everybody's got different tics and different things that set them off. So for me, that's me. But anyway, go through your life and take a look at what you're surrounding yourself by, what you're wasting time by. I know you're just surrounded by too many things. What are you cluttering yourself with? And then again, to tie into that last video I was doing, what was the reason that you bought those things? Is it to have like therapy, retail therapy, or was it there because you're really passionate about it? If you're really passionate about it, then, push forward with that portion of things. Otherwise, ditch it, let it go. Otherwise, you're going to end up on an episode of Hoarders, or you're just going to be sitting there like I did the other night and just have a realization that, holy shit, how many hours, months, days, weeks, years, centuries are you spending looking at this crap, thinking about this crap, researching this crap, fixing this crap? Oh, I glued this. Why did I glue that? I don't need to do that. I just throw it out. No more glue. Anyway, I'm all over the place. I hope everybody's doing well. I'm not going to lie. This is off topic as usual, but man, ever since January 1st, I feel like things suck. The vibe's weird. Things are not, I don't know. I feel like I'm going to spin it around, but there's a lot of roller coaster stuff going on. I'm going to get there. It's fine. It's good to talk about it, though. Nobody's perfect. No situation's perfect. No day's perfect. There's going to have that feeling. But it's just been, wow, man, it's just things happening. Things have been happening. But we're getting there. We're chugging along. I'm excited. I'm optimistic. I'm looking forward to things. Rambling. Anyway, thank you so much for stopping by. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. And if you are an OCD OG, I truly appreciate you. Thank you. for sticking through the madness and the chaos and the inconsistencies and all that crap. I'm not even going to say I'm going to figure it out. I literally have no idea. I'd like to get on a schedule of maybe doing these at least once a week. Like once a week I have one of these videos and I could do other things. We'll see. Let me know. Should I do these once a week? Should I just force myself to do a therapy in the details once a week? For the few hundred of you, that maybe 1,000 at most, that actually see my videos that YouTube actually pushes my content to. Man, back in the day, I used to get like tens of thousands of views. But I'm not doing it for that. If I reach one person and it makes some kind of difference, whew, awesome. I'm excited. Anyway, I hope everybody's staying happy, healthy, and humble. I'll see you guys on the next one.